How to improve your conversation skills. Today, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. The key to becoming a master at talking to people. Now, brace yourself because this secret is so mind-blowing, it might just knock your socks off. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. You weren't born socially handicapped. Shocking, I know. We humans are incredibly social creatures. In fact, if you plonk a baby in a room full of chatty adults, that little bundle of joy will eventually pick up language skills just by observing. No one needs to go up to the baby and say, "Hey, that's a cat. Cat, cat, meow, meow, say it with me now." Nope, not necessary. You see, you don't need any of that if you simply talk and go about your daily activities. Babies are capable of learning language through pure observation because our magnificent human brains are experts at identifying patterns and rules, especially when it comes to social interactions. Language is essentially just a bunch of patterns and rules, if you really think about it. So, it's not that you were born socially awkward, it's just that you haven't given your brain enough time to observe interactions and become fluent in all the patterns and rules. In short, you lack practice. And hey, that's not entirely your fault. In this modern age, we spend the majority of our time glued to screens, interacting with each other through digital mediums. It's like a social interaction apocalypse out there. Remember the good old days when smartphones weren't handed out to kids before they could even tie their shoelaces? Yeah, those days are long gone. Nowadays, kids are swiping and tapping away on their smartphones while still in diapers. It doesn't take much skill or practice to accept a friend request and shoot someone a message. We can type and use emojis to communicate, but let's face it, it's a far cry from actually talking to someone in real life. When you're texting, there are hundreds of little components missing, the ones that make face-to-face interactions so delightfully complex. Body language, facial expressions, tonality, speed of talking, proximity, eye contact, the whole enchilada. These are all the things you have to pay attention to when engaging in a real-life conversation. If you want to make friends, all these factors are completely absent when you're texting or messaging someone using your magic little rectangle. In a way, talking to people in real life is like speaking an entirely different language. The reason your social skills aren't top-notch and why you feel nervous about meeting new people is simply because you haven't given your brain enough time to properly learn this language. You're fluent in texting, but you're barely passing real-life talking. It's kind of like how I barely passed Chinese in high school. Yeah, conjugating verbs was not my thing. But fear not, my friend, because I'm about to reveal the secret to becoming a social butterfly. The key to getting better at talking to people, or learning any language for that matter, is simply to get more practice. Interact with more people, give your brain ample opportunities to observe and learn the unique patterns and rules of this social language. Now, you might be wondering, that makes sense and all, but how do I get more practice? Well, when I was about 17 years old, I decided to take on what's called the 100 Interaction Challenge, to improve my social skills. It's as simple as it sounds. You have a month to interact with 100 people. The depth of the interactions doesn't matter much. Heck, you could run up to people, say hi, and then bolt away, and it would still count. Most of my interactions during this challenge involved me pretending my phone died and asking random people for directions. Super smooth, I know. But even these seemingly simple and short interactions eventually led to deeper conversations, providing my brain with loads of practice. By the end of the challenge, my social skills had received a pretty significant boost. Let me leave you with a fantastic analogy when it comes to improving your conversational skills. Watching videos to learn social skills is a bit like watching bike riding tutorials. Sure, it can be helpful to see others do it and understand how bikes work, but the fastest way to learn how to ride a bike is to jump on one and start pedaling. Sure, you'll probably tumble a few times, but eventually, you'll find your balance. The same goes for talking to more people. Sure, you might stumble through a couple of awkward interactions, but over time, you'll learn the patterns and rules of socializing. You'll figure out what's funny, what's not appropriate, and how to speak with finesse. It's all about finding that balance. So, my friend, go out there and start talking to more people. That's the secret sauce. Good luck, and thanks for watching.